Thinking about, if I passed away, you know what? I just don't want to do it.
Yeah. Again, as like I said again, it is.
I'm just gonna tell you that you don't get anything at all because it's so much of hassle.
Yeah, I mean, this type of situation, right? It is better to do a will. Of course, it is better to prepare a will. The
Yeah.
most simplest step, the
Forget about
fundamental,
what I said.
the
Listen to
fundamental.
the professional.
Get a will first. As I said again, if you get a will, it's very clear cut who gets what, and it's easy to go to court to obtain the grant of probate to do so. But if you wish to set up a trust, again, like I said, right, it is better to get as much advice as possible, get professional advice, and then seek those professionals, and then get them to arrange or structure the trust for you, to cater to you, because it depends. Again, like I said,
So professional advice means your advice lah.
no, of course, that the available lawyer to you, whoever yes, in that circumstances. So seek those people and ask them how to do so, and then after that, if you have shares, then either get a company or a person or individuals to then hold this property in trust for you. If it's property, to set up properties, either to get individual to hold it in trust for you, or companies, or even other institutions itself lah.
Okay, Shu Diwei, if you are listening, I'm gonna call you soon.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna call you soon.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. So Alice has got a very, very, I think a very valid question, which I may want to ask you too.
Okay.
If someone owns a property overseas,
Yes.
so what's gonna happen now?
Okay. So this is what will happen is this, right? When the person passed away, right, it really depends on where they pass away. So normally, right, the jurisdiction of the we'll look at the jurisdiction is where the person has passed away. So let's just say you pass away in Malaysia itself, and you're a foreigner, or you are someone in Malaysia and you own properties overseas, right? You have to apply for a grant of probate in Malaysia itself, and then only then you can use the grant of probate, and you can register it in the country where there's the property, and then you can then get a court order for the transfer of the property itself before you transfer the property into your name. Yeah.
Wow. I have never thought about that. If you passed away in another country, that jurisdiction's gonna apply, whichever country that is.
Yes.
I have never thought about that. Seriously. Now we are talking about, if let's say, you are in Singapore, some of you are maybe in Singapore, working, and during this period of time, or some people may be working in somewhere else. If touch wood, if you really passed away or your family passed away, then it will need to apply to Malaysian jurisdiction. Is that what you mean?
I'm saying that in that kind of circumstances, let's just say you are a Singaporean, or you are Malaysian and you're working overseas itself, right? Let's just say you have assets overseas and you pass away there itself there, right? You will need to get the death cert there, you need to get the post-mortem report, you need to get all the police report, will all have to be done there as well. And then you have to arrange for the body to be flown back to Malaysia as well. And all of that things there, you also will need to get a court order there as well.
I see. So it is much more complicated compared to, if you are Malaysian and you're born and you passed away in Malaysia, that will be so much easier.
Yes, correct.
Okay. But I also, I heard about that. You watch Anita Mui's story together with me, right?
Yes.
You heard about that story whereby she gave 2 condos, the London condo, to one of her designers.
Yes.
Yes. How can it be done like that? So she's in Hong Kong. She passed away in Hong Kong.
Yes.
Okay. And that property is obviously in London.
Correct.
Okay. So how can it be done? Can Hong Kong lawyer help her in terms of all this, or she needs to hire a London lawyer?
Okay, the thing is, right, where was the will prepared? If the will was prepared in Hong Kong, and then when she passed away in Hong Kong itself, right, she can go to the Hong Kong court itself. Now, you must remember that Hong Kong, Malaysia, India, Singapore, we are all Commonwealth countries.
Okay.
And as such, right, our rules, our law is actually very similar to the UK law itself. So right, we are also part of arrangement with other countries whereby any of the judgment or orders which is registered here, which we obtain in this in the Commonwealth countries, right, we can actually go and apply in the UK itself, right, and it's also will be applicable there as well. It is recognized
I see.
overseas.
So you don't have to have you don't have to appoint two lawyers, which is if you buy in any Commonwealth country, even in India.
No, you still will need to appoint a lawyer there to register the order, the court order that
The
you
court
obtain.
order, yes.
You still need to
Okay.
register and to arrange the transfer of the property into your into the name
But
of
we
the
are
beneficiary.
using English legislation,
Yes,
so it's
correct.
applicable, right?
Yes, we are using our Malaysian country and Singapore and Hong Kong and India itself, right, and Australia also. Our law is based on the UK law itself.
Okay. So my last question for you. Hey guys, if you got question, quickly ask, because this bloody lawyer is very busy.
Yes, I am been recently quite busy recently. Been very lucky.
Do you realize that this is our first conversation
Yes,
for the whole entire day?
yes,
This is
correct.
how sad we are.
Correct.
Living in the same room.
Yes.
No. We are living in the same house.
Yes,
And
we it's just yeah. There's a lot of Normally we don't normally talk to each other until in the evening. Yes, correct. Because our office is a separate part of the house.
that's why we don't get the time to quarrel as well. Because
Yes.
recently he has been very, very busy with
Correct.
one of a very big case.
Correct.
Okay. So yeah. So my last question to you is, how much is it to set up a trust? Now you scare me. Is it very expensive?
Again, like I said, right, a trust. I mean, what I can share with you is the market price that we do for a deed of trust. I mean, this is
So that's
Yeah.
not very expensive.
that
is
is
it?
not very expensive
I
to
see.
set up a deed of trust. It's not that expensive.
Why do you scare my fans just now?
But as I said, you there are separate fees that will apply if you wish to set up a corporation or institution or a company. So there will be also the formation of a company fees. There will also be the maintenance of the company, and then to do the financial audit. So there will also be maintenance that has to be paid, yearly maintenance that needs to be paid. And then also as well, there will be also the director fees and also the legal, your advisor fees as well.
Are you sure it's not expensive?
But I mean, these are peanuts. If you the fees that you are paying will be peanuts compared to your assets, because if you have and the benefits that you get, for example, will be a
I wonder what
deduction.
is peanuts to you.
Deduction in your tax of the tax bracket for the individual itself, and then the deduction of your. There will also be the benefits that you can get outweighs the benefits outweighs the con.
Okay. My IV asked,
Yes.
IV, not your IV,
Correct.
asked if property have partners, how? So I guess lah. She means one of the partner passed away.
Okay. If the partner has properties. Okay. Let's just say, are you referring to like boyfriend and girlfriend? Is that what she's referring to?
That means joint name.
Okay,
You
joint
know,
name.
joint name like
Yes.
how I join in with you. One of them passed away.
Yes.
But what if they are not couple like us? They
Okay.
probably
Oh.
just friends.
It's that one there is it can be quite messy, because if there's no will, okay, in this type of situation, if there's no wills, right, especially for boyfriend and girlfriend, because now a lot of boyfriend and girlfriends, it's very common for them to buy property
Yeah
and
lah,
stay
it's
together.
backside lah. A lot of people.
They put both their names together. In this type of situation, right, so what will happen is once the boyfriend or the girlfriend pass away, in this type of situation, the boyfriend could end up in this situation, if there's no will, right, the Distribution Act will apply. So straight away, right, they will have to add the name of the parents and any children, if they have any previous children or whatever, then the name of the children will also have to be added in as well into the property. So it is advisable in this kind of situation to get a will, to prepare a will.
As long as you have property, you have asset, gets
Yeah.
a will.
Correct.
Right. Alice say Vicky has got a lot of property overseas. Well, that is not what you're supposed to say in front of my husband.
That's a separate issue that you should ask for. I think for while the wife is living, that would be a good question to ask Dwayne, because he is a master when it comes to divorce and all that lah. So he will be able to advise on this type of matters lah. I would not want to go there. It's quite dangerous in that area.
Okay, one last question from the floor, which is from Crystal.
Yeah.
Crystal, hi Crystal. Any idea about UBB Trust Deeds? What's UBB Trust Deed?
I'm not familiar with that.
UBB, is it a brand? Trust Deed. Trust Deed is just a trust deed, right?
Yeah,
I think it's just a trust deed.
We normally
Yeah.
call it a deed of trust.
Yeah.
What I can do is we can, if you would like to ask further questions after this, you can PM Vicky. And
PM him.
Yeah.
Don't PM me. Don't disturb me.
Yeah.
I
PM
want to get my youth back.
Yeah.
Okay, PM him.
Yes.
Bother him.
Okay, you direct message Vicky. I think Vicky has
Don't direct message me.
Yeah.
Don't bother me.
SR Vicky How. Direct
Okay.
message her, and then she
go
can.
to his page.
Yeah.
Okay, it's advertisement time, which is go to his page.
Yeah.
Is it Alfred Chong?
Yeah. You can go to
Alfred Chong or A. Chong and Co.
A Chong and Co. Yes.
A. Chong and Co. Whichever.
Yes.
Go PM him, bother
Correct.
him, and disturb him.
Correct.
Leave me alone about law. Thank you so much.
But I think, but if you have assets, if there are anything involving property, you can go and speak to Vicky first, and then if Vicky cannot answer you, then you can ask. Then I will be more than happy to help you.
You're so good at divert this.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. I'll do you a favor, okay?
Yes.
Okay, but you sleep outside tonight. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching Ask Vicky How program, and I hope you have learned something about trust and will. And for those of you who have lots of questions to ask, PM either him, Alfred Chong, or A. Chong and Co. For more information. Okay. And next week we will have other topics, which is very exciting topics. We have got more people coming up, so stay tuned next week 8:30 p.m. sharp. See you. Bye bye.
Bye.